I recently met a friend for a Saturday morning adventure at a small airport in the Twin Cities to watch the light aircraft take off and land. Now, a man who was working the hangar gave us a tour of the various aircraft, and I learned that he had recently earned his pilot license after detouring from a career as an accountant to become a private flight instructor. His passion for the adventure of flying led him to give up a path that he was familiar with to chart an unknown course that he felt was calling to him. When we feel a sense of calling to a chosen vocation, it becomes much easier to resolutely pursue and immerse ourselves in it with purposeful determination and without reservation. God has given us, as followers of Christ, each a distinct purpose and calling according to the gifts that He has uniquely imparted to us. Being made in His divine image, we reflect facets of His glory in whatever gifts He has graciously given us. Peter instructed believers that each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. 1 Peter 4:10. Whatever gift the Lord may have given you, whether it's leading or teaching or cooking or nursing or gardening, it is sacred work when you use it to glorify God and bless others. God can use any talent or gift that He gives to people in any field. He can use a private flight instructor to bring help and healing where it is most needed, just as much as a physician or a nurse. In April of this year, according to a CNN article on April 20th, 16-year-old TJ Kim used his flying lessons to deliver desperately needed medical supplies by way of Cessna, small aircraft, to 7 rural hospitals in Virginia amid the scarcity of resources in the early months of the pandemic. Operation SOS, Supplies Over Skies, turned his flight training into a means of delivering mercy and hope to those in desperate need where it was most needed. TJ was looking for a way to serve, and God provided by using the skills and the passion that he already had. If you think your gift isn't something that God can use, remember that He is the one who gave it to you. Let Him decide how to use it for His goodness and His glory. We are only stewards of God's gifts. They belong to Him. But He has entrusted them to us to be used wisely to sow where we will reap a rich harvest. Your gift is a sacred trust to you. God has deposited into your life, a means of proclaiming the gospel of Jesus by the way that you use it. The Apostle Paul wrote, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving." Colossians 3:23 and 24. God is the one who chooses our gifts and calling and has given divine significance in anything that we devote to Him. As bearers of the divine image, we reflect His being in the way we use His gifts, which flow from His character. Before we are called to any task or vocation to serve Him, we are first called to Him. We serve out of relationship with Him who loved us and served us first. Let the Lord help you to discover His purpose in the gifts and the calling that He has given you to serve Him by choosing to acknowledge Him first as the gracious giver of that gift. God never wastes a gift. When you commit it to Him and ask, He will show you how He intends for you to use it, to bless and to serve others as Christ has served us and has served you. Let's entrust our service to Him to make use of it as He will, just as He has entrusted to us his special gifts of grace to draw others to his beautiful justice and mercy.